Hi and welcome to another RC Pilot Pete Watson video. I thought I'd just share what I'm doing at the moment, and this is my winter routine where I'm just going through my airplane fleet and doing some repairs from the summer flying season, in particular foam models where they've been a bit knocked and dented and or hard landings and it's creased the nose or broke the nose. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Very similar to the methods I used in the F-16 repair after I crashed that. So you will see up here in the top now a link to that video, because this one I won't go into the same detail as I did with that. And hope you enjoy and the videos. The filler that I use for repairing the models it's called Model Light, made by Deluxe Materials, and it's quite a nice product. A little bit clayey, easy to spread. They do this in two formats. One is a balsa wood tint, so that looks like wood when it's on. It's got like a little bit of a browny tint to it. I tend to use this for my foam ones, the white one. So, but yeah, very good product, highly recommend. Needs about, to cure fully, depending on the temperature, let's say room temperature at 21 degrees, would be looking at around about 3 hours before you can start to think of sanding it down. But again, that depends on how thick the repair is. If you put quite a bit on, I'd leave it 12 hours to cure fully. Very easy to sand. Doesn't want coarse paper, wants quite fine paper. I use some wet and dry P1000 just to help, because if I use a normal woodworking glass paper like this one, that leaves like little grooves in it where the glass paper's cut into it. So I might, if it's quite a chunky area to take off, I would start with that, but then relatively quickly go back to the P100. Scorpion 90mm FMS jet. Just a lot of damage to the nose on a bouncy landing. You can see here how it was all creased and out of line, so I've straightened it up. And again, like the F-16, I've used very lightweight glass cloth that you could see there, 25 gram, and I have filled it with this poly material, which is basically a 50-50 PVA, wood PVA glue, so 50% glue, 50% water. It creates quite a nice stiff finish, and it fills the cloth nicely. This will have another sanding on the coat before I spray it, and then one final coat of the poly before once it's been painted. Just wants a little sand down. And for the Scorpion from FMS, this is the spray I'll use, and it's a very close match. So it's a Humbrol gloss finish and acrylic, so it's okay on the foam. And just share with you the part number if any of you have got this particular model. Okay, unfortunately at the moment it's too windy and too cold to do any spraying outdoors. I normally spray outdoors because I would only have my workshop, which is not very big. So, but anyway, I am spraying in the workshop today, so a lot of covering up. As you can see, I've had to cover me tools and bench and everything. I use a t-shirt with a back there protecting the model that I don't want spraying, parts of the model I don't want spraying, and a towel there to protect the stand from getting paint on it. So I will open the door, for breathing and airflow, and also I don't want it all over my flying gear, because this is my winter trousers, jacket and bag to carry stuff in when I go to the field. Okay, that's the first coat on. I will now leave it for about 15-20 minutes. It doesn't dry fully at that, but it's still a little bit tacky, but it's good to keep layering up while it's tacky, and then you build each layer up. But as you can see, even with one coat it's covering nicely. Okay, so that's the painting finished. Unfortunately, as I've taken the masking tape off, it's ripped the decals, as you can see. So I'll have to think of what I'm going to do there, whether just to spray it or put some different decal there. It was a number 68, I think it was. But anyway, but as you can see, the colour match is not perfect, but it's not bad. So everything's dry now, so my next job is just to put a final coat of the Poly C on. And that'll be that ready for, oh no, sorry, I've got, there's issues with the flaps on this model, so I've got to have a look at that, why the flaps are not working. So that'll be the job after that, but my typical winter routine of maintenance. Okay, we have the final finished fuselage nose repair. Not too bad finish in colour, just a little bit different. Put a final coat of Poly C over it to seal it in. A couple of coats on that to cover where the decals came off. I've checked all the hinges and horns, everything's fine. So the last job on this to do is to check why my flaps are not working. But once we've done that, this is this model ready for flying in the spring. Okay, thanks for watching.